Hello, my name is Kayla Miller, and today I will be talking about and going in depth about how to prepare and get ready as a character performer. So I'll be going in depth with tips and advice that you should know if you're interested in going down in the performing path. Alright, so once you have the character assigned to you, you want to make sure to research everything about your character. Make sure you feel confident that you know all the characters from your character's film, such as if you're playing The Little Mermaid, you want to make sure you know Flounder and Sebastian and what their personalities are like, and when kids ask you about them, then you know how to answer. A great tip I recommend is by watching the movie that your character is in. So watching Frozen, watching The Little Mermaid, and taking notes if you need to, if that helps. Read through all the details very carefully, know the location, the time that you're going to be performing, the child's name if there is one, how many children there are going to be, and if the parents or the person who's in charge of the party would like you doing face paints or balloons. Any other crafts, make sure you have like games for the kids to do. Also, another important thing to spot out is you want to make sure you know what kind of gig it is, because there's certain gigs that are only 30 minutes, so it would be like a meet and greet for 30 minutes, and longer ones that could last up to 2 hours, which entails a lot more, like singing and dancing. And you want to make sure you're prepared for that, so go over the songs or go whatever you need to do to feel the most confident in what you're doing and be the most successful you can be. You also want to make sure to plan ahead of time to find a good makeup tutorial for your character, and also make sure you know how to put a wig on and take care of your wig so it's not like stranded all over the place or laying on the ground. Make sure you have your wig cap, as that'll help you keep your wig on. Also your costume, hang your costume up, take care of it, clean it before if it smells, clean it after if it smells, or just in general. Also, adding on to that, definitely try your costume on ahead of time to make sure it fits. You don't want to be 5 minutes scrambling to get your costume on and it doesn't fit. That would be terrible. And again, make sure you have all necessary items that you need for the party, such as party favors. If there's a birthday child, make sure you have a crown for the birthday child and you know what to say. And make sure you have balloons or face paint. Alright, moving on to step 2, you want to double check with the main person in charge of the gig. Give them a call at least a week in advance and double check with all the other details, such as time, how many kids will be present, and what you need exactly for the gig. Now I will be talking about preparing and getting ready on the day of the gig for your character. Have everything laid out, make sure the costume and wig is still in proper quality and shape. If you're not playing a face character and you're playing a mascot or fully costumed, make sure to have water with you if needed. Getting ready for the gig, complete your makeup. Like I said before, a great tip is watching a YouTube tutorial, as there are many professionals who play face characters, such as Disney princesses, who know what they're talking about. Alright, moving on to your costume part, make sure to double check everything needed for your costume. Make sure you have everything. Have a friend double check you over, look in the mirror, make sure everything looks good, that your dress is straight, no gum or stains anywhere. Now moving on to the wig part, I have this wig from Ariel for an example, and then this is a wig cap. You want to make sure to put the wig cap over first, and then the wig. And you want to stabilize it together on your head with some bobby pins and make sure everything is stabilized. Once you feel 100% ready for the gig and confident that you have everything, go ahead and double check any ways that you have everything, especially the necessities such as face paint or balloons if needed, and grab a snack or some water if needed. And another great tip is to let the person in charge of the party know that you're about 5 or 10 minutes away from the gig, as they'll greatly appreciate this, and it's a better chance of you getting a tip, as communication is key. And once you get to the person's house, make sure to settle the payments outside with the person in charge of the gig. Another tip is to park away from where kids are going to see you, as when you're leaving the party, taking your wig off is definitely a big no, as kids might see you and it's very unprofessional, and that'd be very terrible if that happened. Once you get to the party, you want to make sure to greet the main child if there is one. If not, just make sure to greet everyone, as nobody wants to feel left out. And then you can go ahead and go on plan of the activities that you have, such as reading a book or building a craft with the kids, playing games. One game I like to play as Ariel is Fish, Fish, Mermaid, such as Duck, Duck, Goose, and kids love it. And another huge important tip is to always keep up in an energetic attitude and a welcoming smile. Make sure you or someone else is keeping track of the time, as you don't want to be staying longer than you need it to be. And once your time is up to leave the gig, you want to make sure to greet everyone goodbye, and if there was a main child, to greet them first goodbye. Also, get any last minute pictures if needed, and a lot of times the person in charge at the gig will give you a tip at the end of the party. And once you have left the gig, make sure to keep performing as your character, as kids will possibly be seeing you. This is another reason why it's important to park away from where the children will be seeing you, as it's kind of strange to see a Disney princess going into a vehicle. Also, always keep your wig and costume on until you have left the premises of the gig. And a huge tip to gain a great reputation and to get more gigs in the future is to follow up a text to the person in charge of the gig saying thank you for the party and thank you for letting me host for your child. Lastly, I would like to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you gained a great insight on what it's like to perform as a character performer. Thank you. And now here are some photos of me from some of my photo shoots or photos from gigs. Enjoy, thank you.